Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this from. This is obviously my full card bottom preview for the Knockout Chaos card, which is obviously going to be headlined by Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou, which takes place in 1 week, in a week's time. Obviously, I had to do my previews 1 week early. So, let's get straight into it. So starting off with Chun against Kevin Jena, which is going to be a 10-round contest in the heavyweight division. Chun, who is looking to be one of the potential upcoming heavyweights, especially for the next generation, from Australia, up against Kevin Jena, who is well known for obviously that defeat to Daniel Dubois, where he don't feel he should have done better in that fight, where he had Daniel Dubois on the ropes due to Daniel Dubois' injury in the first round of that fight. Kevin Jena bottled it as far as I'm concerned, and didn't take advantage. And Justice Hooney is the better fighter. He's 6'4", Kevin Jena is 6'1". Kevin Jena is obviously I think he's the interim cruiserweight champion, isn't he, for WBC? And for me, Kevin Jena, that is his weight division for me, because he ain't done enough at heavyweight, in my opinion. And I don't think he stood defensively, in my opinion, Kevin Jena, because even though Daniel Dubois was injured, Daniel Dubois was still getting joy despite being injured. I mean, Kevin Jena, it's like Kevin Jena was, in that Daniel Dubois fight, was just there to take the money. Simple as that. Wasn't there to win. This is going to be the same again. I think Kevin Jena is going to be happy with the paycheck he's on debt from the Saudis, isn't he? He's going to be happy with the paycheck he's on debt from the Saudis, and this ain't going to be a close fight, in my opinion. A lot of people went for Hooney on points, but I mean, Justice Hooney has the capabilities of stopping Kevin Jena. Kevin Jena, he's not great, yes, be real. He's piss poor, but it's just another name to have on the resume for Justice Hooney as like a step up. I know people will have a lot to say, Kevin Jena, he's only lost twice. Yeah, but them records can really fool you, to be honest with you. About the 30-2 record for Kevin Jena, it can really fool you. Done it one, Kevin Jena has the experience. But I think Justice Hooney's too keen, too fast for Kevin Jena, and he's too tall for Kevin Jena as well. And Justice Hooney, once he lands them brutal body shots and them combinations on Kevin Jena, he is done straight away for me. Kevin Jena, because he ain't got a good defence, let's be real. And I think he's going to be done between rounds 3 to 5 for me. I think that's when Hooney will get the stoppage. I'm off for round 3. I really don't rate Kevin Jena at all. I don't rate him at all. And this is probably, well, yeah, there's no doubt about it. This is the worst fight on the card. Let's be real. No competition in the fight. A one-way clear traffic winner for Justice Hooney, and I'm off a third round stoppage win for Justice Hooney against Kevin Jena. I think Justice Hooney is too keen and too quick for Kevin Jena, in my opinion. So we move on to the next fight. One of the fights I am looking forward to on this card. I mean, the next 3 fights are definitely great fights, let's be real. So starting off next with Davin Twin, it's my champion. A Duddle dust up this is. A Duddle UK dust up between these two. Clash of styles, you could say as well. 10-round contest in the lightweight division. Obviously, both fighters under Frank Warren as well. So fair play to Frank Warren for putting 2 of his fighters in against each other. And tough one's call. It is a tough fight to call, this one, because my champion It's a clash of styles for me. My champion will be more boxing, using his wings, boxing on the outside, while trying to shove Davin Twin's head off. Davin Twin's head off. While Davin Twin is that warrior, isn't he? He fights like a warrior. And Davin Twin, it's going to be very interesting because if Davin Twin cuts off the win, he wins this fight by stoppage for me. If Davin Twin doesn't cut off the win, and Mark Champion box in his way by using his wins, then it's a Mark Champion win on points. That's the only way I can see both fights being won. That's the only way I can see the fight being won in both ways. Either if it does the points, Mark Champion for me. If there's a stoppage, Davin Twin will get the stoppage for me. And it's going to be a war. It's going to be a war between these two. It's going to be a proper dust up between these two. A proper UK dust up. Davin Twin from Wales, of course. Mark Champion. Obviously from the UK. Proper dust up in the lightweight division. Sam North as well. Sam North will be there waiting for the winner as well. So it's hot enough. It's like a bit of a tough away, isn't it? Great fight, and this will be a great fight in my opinion. I'm really looking forward to this fight. It can go either way. It can definitely go either way. But if you're comparing resumes, Davin Twin probably has the better resume. And obviously Davin Twin's probably the more experienced, who's been more up there. I think Davin Twin, he's not that much a level above Mark Champion, but he is slightly a level above Mark Champion for me, Davin Twin. And I think Davin Twin wins this fight by stoppage for me. I think it will go to the championship rounds 8 to 10 for me. It's all about the game plan from Davin Twin, and it's all about the game plan from both fighters. Mark Champion cannot afford to get in the Davin Twin fight for me. The way Davin Twin wants to fight. If he does, Davin Twin can easily stop Mark Champion straight away. Davin Twin for me, he will try and rough Mark Champion up. Try and rough Mark Champion up. In my opinion, that's the fighter he is. Can Mark Champion cope with that? And I think this is Mark Champion's first, let's be real, first step up in opponent as well, in terms of levels as well, up against Davin Twin. But Davin Twin, it's one of them. It's like a 60-40 for me in Davin Twin's favour. Mark Champion can definitely win this fight, in my opinion. And I am the door for a Davin Twin stoppage though. I think Davin Twin will just cut off the win for me, which is what Mark Champion wants to do. He wants a bottom move, doesn't he? And Mark Champion, that's what he's best at. But if Davin Twin cuts off the win, game over for Mark Champion for me. And I just think Davin Twin's roughness will be too much for Mark Champion in the end. And I think levels will be shown. But it's a great dust up. But I'm going to go for an 8th round stoppers win for Davin Twin, then Mark Champion. Up next, it's Ray Vargas. Ray Vargas, then Nick Ball for the WBC World Featherweight title. Nick Ball getting his first world title shot against a very inactive Ray Vargas. Once again, the WBC protecting the champions once again. And you have to say he's probably a WBC champion in recess, let's be real. Ray Vargas, it's been inactive. Ray Vargas has only fought for, is it 3 times over 4 years, Ray Vargas? He fought last year. Last year, sorry. He fought last year in February against Shaki Fotzer. And then he fought the year before that, then the year before that. And then before 2021, he didn't fight till 2020. He didn't fight since 2019. So a lot of people, Nick Ball's a huge favourite for me. in this fight. Nick Ball, in that time, has fought 10 times. Has fought in 10 bouts as well. Nick Ball, he's reckless, isn't he? He has to bully his opponents. We saw it in the last fight against Isaac Dogbe, where Nick Ball just seems to have that Mike Tyson in him, doesn't he? I know that's a comparison, but he is ruthless. He's reckless. He bullies his opponents as well. He's basically like a bulldog. If you take a tennis ball off him, if you take a tennis ball to bulldog, it's a bad idea. And that's why it is stepping in the ring with Nick Ball. He absolutely demolished Isaac Dogbe. And Isaac Dogbe is a good fighter, people. He's basically that gatekeeper, isn't he? Isaac Dogbe for world level. And it wasn't on the door Isaac Dogbe was fighting Bessie Ramirez as well. So Nick Ball, I think he's an incredible fighter. And I do worry for Wade Vargas. I really do in this fight. I know Mexicans, they are tough to beat, but I just worry about the inactiveness on Wade Vargas. And I reckon it'll be a brutal defeat for him. I really do. And I think Nick Ball, this is Wade Vargas, obviously a very tough fighter, but I think Nick Ball, I actually think he'll make easy work on Wade Vargas, honestly. I'm not saying like first half stoppage. I think it'd be more second half of the fight. But I just think Nick Ball will be too much. And I think his shots and combinations, the hooks that Nick Ball throws, are done be far too much for Wade Vargas to deal with, in my opinion. And I think Nick Ball, we're going to have a joyful moment of Nick Ball becoming a world champion. And I think Nick Ball gets a 7-round stoppage over the inactive Wade Vargas. If Wade Vargas was more active, then yeah, it would be more closer. It would definitely be more of a closer fight for me. But Nick Ball, man, Nick Ball, he's a hell of a fighter, isn't he? He's a hell of a fighter, Nick Ball. A hell of a warrior as well. He just bullies his opponents, doesn't he? He bullies his opponents. He has that Mike Tyson structure in him, where he's just scary to fight, isn't he? Nick Ball. And having Nick Ball definitely gets a stoppage in this fight against Wade Vargas. I'm going for the 7th round stoppage win for Nick Ball. I just think the inactiveness of Wade Vargas will absolutely cost him in this fight. And I think Nick Ball will be too much to deal with. It'd be too hard. It'd be too hard for Wade Vargas. Too tough for him against an opponent like Nick Ball. So I'm going for a 7th round stoppage win for Nick Ball. Now on to the tour main event, probably the fight I'm most looking forward to on this card, and it is CA-san versus Joseph Parker, 12 rounds, interim WBO World Heavyweight title. Obviously, the winner is mandatory for the winner of the Undisputed between Tyson Fury and Arsen Rooted. If that does take place on the 18th of May, there is still a lot of ifs and buts and maybes about that. But regardless, the winner of this fight becomes mandatory for the WBO World Heavyweight title, which is currently held by Arsen Rooted. And but this is such an intriguing fight, this one. Joseph Parker coming off that masterclass win at the Day of Reckoning against Deontay Wilder, where he absolutely dominated him, and it looked like Joseph Parker could have potentially stopped Wilder, potentially yet on as well. Up against the dangerous CA-san, who is done me so dangerous early on in this fight. Because this is the thing about CA-san, he wants to get these fights done early in the first half of the fight. And CA-san, obviously, destruction performances from CA-san, destroying short choice in them two fights, which were CA-san's last 2 fights. And these two are definitely up there in terms of best heavyweights right now in the world in terms of form and momentum as well. Joseph Parker has got better and better since he brought Andy Yee in as well. Andy Yee, who used to work for Tyson Fury, used to work in Tyson Fury's camp, of course. And Andy Yee, he does have a plan, and he knows his bottom plans are absolutely superb when he does into every fight. Zhang, for me, a lot of people said he was robbed against Herdovich. I had Zhang winning that fight on points, but I understand why the judges went for Herdovich to win. Because Zhang's weakness is the second half of the fight. If he doesn't stop his opponent in the first half of the fight, his stamina is his weakness for me. He will start to get tired as well. Joseph Parker, if he has the same plan that he did against Deontay Wilder, I think he'll stop Zhang. Honestly, I really do. A lot of people don't say Zhang to stop Parker, which ain't a bad prediction, let's be real. Because Zhang is fucking dangerous, isn't he? In terms of first half of the fight, probably one of the most dangerous heavyweights to face in terms of first half of the fight, in my opinion. As he's got that Sam power, as he likes to shout. But I just think Andy Yee is an absolute coup for Joseph Parker, in my opinion. And I've got high hopes for Joseph Parker in this upcoming year. I really have. Because with the addition of Andy Yee, Joseph Parker is now a big problem for the heavyweights, in my opinion. I think he's a big problem for Anthony Joshua if they were ever to fight in a rematch in Joshua vs Parker 2. I actually think he could be a big problem for Tyson Fury, but he is best mates with Tyson Fury, so we probably don't see that fight happening. And if that fight does really happen if Tyson Fury vs Joseph Parker happens near in the future, I just think a lot of people will be disappointed and be saying, oh, the best mates, this is going to be an easy win for Fury. He doesn't get Fury win. So, yes, I avoid Tyson Fury if I'm Joseph Parker. But Anthony Joshua, he causes a problem for Anthony Joshua. Remember when they won the first fight as well? He was tough for Anthony Joshua, wasn't he? When they were fighting for the World Championship. So, that's the prize for me. That is the prize for the winner. I think the winner could easily face Anthony Joshua. And both of these fighters are problems for Anthony Joshua because both of these fighters, they like to punch. Joseph Parker started to get his hands though most recently, especially against Deontay Wilder. It's pretty white hook when he had Wilder on the ropes. I mean, that could be the key for me, especially when Zhang gets tired. And I don't see this fight ending in the first half. And that is, unfortunately, a massive problem for Zhang. For Zhang, in my opinion. I just think Andy Yee, he always has a plan. He always has the perfect plan. He had the perfect plan for Wilder, with Tyson Fury, and now with Joseph Parker. All these people saying, oh, Zhang, everyone should avoid him. Joseph Parker, he wants the smoke, doesn't he? He wants the smoke. He never ducks out of a fight, Joseph Parker. And this is why I respect him. I do respect him a lot, Joseph Parker, former world champion as well. I think he could be world champion again. I really do, especially if the undisputed happens. Once that fight happens, then the belts will get started across, won't it? Then the belts will get started across. Because I genuinely believe the winner, if Usyk becomes undisputed, I think he retires straight away after it becomes undisputed, and then the belts will get started and on. If Tyson Fury wins, Tyson Fury will we have that fight. We've all been waiting for as UK fans, Fury versus Joshua fight. Imagine that fight undisputed. That would be incredible, wouldn't it? But very interesting heavyweight division where he is, especially for the winner of this fight as well. So that's the way I see this fight going. I just can't see the fight ending in the first half of the fight. If it does, then fair play to Zhang for me, because that's the only way he's done a win for me. He's done win this fight. It's in the first half. Try and get Joseph Parker out early. And Parker, he's there to be hit. He is there to be hit as well. Joe Choice, at the end of the day, he knocked out Joseph Parker. So, say Zhang will be looking at that. But at the same time, Joseph Parker and Andy Yee. Andy Yee will have the perfect game plan for me. But Joseph Parker dominates this fight. And a lot of people will say either Sam by knockout or Parker on points. But I'm going to shock people. I think Parker actually that's a stoppage. I think Parker will get his hands though when San starts to get tired in the second half of the fight, when he starts to tire out with his stamina. And I think Joseph Parker will get him, in my opinion, in the 10th round. I'm going to go for a 10th round stoppage win for Joseph Parker than San. And Joseph Parker can get his hands though, can't he? He can get his hands though. We saw it at times since Deontay Wilder as well. And I think San's a dangerous fighter, but he is there to be got at, in my opinion. He is there for Parker to be got at. Because I think Andy Yee will see that as well. There is weaknesses in San's game, especially second half of the fight. We saw it in Swift Heard was very tired out. And I think Parker, that could shock people, but I think Parker gets a stoppage. I think Parker stopped San in the 10th round with yet another perfect game plan from Andy Yee, in my opinion. And finally, onto the main event. Of course, the ones you probably all been waiting for was obviously Sam Parker and Andy Joshua versus Francis Ngannou. Heavyweight contest, 10 rounds in a heavyweight contest. Francis Ngannou, who obviously put in that shock performance, didn't he, against Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury was embarrassing in that fight for me. The way he didn't prepare well at all. Francis Ngannou never took Francis Ngannou seriously. He was so underprepared, Tyson Fury. So I expect Tyson Fury to be much more prepared in that undisputed fight than Alexander Ruth said. I'm not trying to take anything away from Francis Ngannou. Fair play to Francis Ngannou. But this is the fight now for me. If that was a one-hit wonder from Francis Ngannou, was Tyson Fury really that bad, or was Francis Ngannou that good? We'll wait and see, especially in this main event. But what Francis Ngannou can do, which was impressive in the Tyson Fury fight, he can switch from orthodox to southpaw, and it was confusing for Tyson Fury to deal with, wasn't it? Yes, see what Andy Joshua does about that, and it's one of them, isn't it? Now where Andy Joshua's now starting to face Tyson Fury's opponents now, Otto Warren, for example, where Tyson Fury only went to points with Otto Warren, and probably very lucky to even come out there against Otto Warren with a points win, because if that fight was in the UK, that fight would be stopped for the horrible cut on Tyson Fury, the horrible cut Tyson Fury suffered, and Otto Warren would actually get a victory over Tyson Fury. And we saw what Andy Joshua did to Otto Warren, didn't we? At the day of reckoning, it's probably putting a statement performance, stopping Otto Warren. I can't remember now. It was after 4 rounds, wasn't it? Statement from AJ. For me, AJ should be knocking out Francis Ngannou in the first 5 rounds, in my opinion. Because for me, Francis Ngannou, Eddie Hearn's right, he's spot on. Francis Ngannou just can't just walk in with a 0-1 record. With a 0-1 record, you made your professional debut against Tyson Fury and thinking, yeah, you're going to beat everyone, because you're not. Francis Ngannou, let's be real, he's there for the money. He is there for the Saudi paycheck, in my opinion. And if AJ does use, AJ should retire. Simple as that. I said this about Tyson Fury against Francis Ngannou. There's no way Tyson Fury should be using to Francis Ngannou. And you can argue, Tyson Fury did use to Francis Ngannou. But Saudis, I think there is a bit of conspiracy, in my opinion, with the start cards. I think the Saudis wanted to keep Fury's champion to try and make undisputed. Because if they would have gave Francis Ngannou the decision, we would not be getting undisputed. Simple as that. And I think AJ's going to do it again. We do. I think he's on better what Otto Warren. He's on better what Tyson Fury does. Yeah, in terms of Otto Warren, it was only a points win for Fury. I think and we saw Joshua knock out Warren. Joshua will be looking to get Francis Ngannou out there, in my opinion. AJ a much better fight under Ben Davison. Ben Davison, a coincidence. Ben Davison used to work with Tyson Fury as well. So I think Ben Davison has brought AJ's confidence back, especially in that fight against Otto Warren. And I think Ben Davison is the perfect trainer for Anthony Joshua to give him that confidence back. But we need to see. We need to see, because I'm still waiting to see what happens when AJ gets hit. How would he? Does Francis Ngannou he can punch? He knocked Tyson Fury down. Simple as that. He knocked Tyson Fury down. Simple as that. Let's see what happens if AJ gets knocked down potentially by Ngannou. Would AJ's confidence be shocked? And would it be another Andy Ruiz moment potentially? Because it could well be. It could well be another potential Andy Ruiz moment for AJ if he does get hit. Because we still need to see AJ. Because Otto Warren was so disappointing. Let's be real. Against AJ. He didn't anything on AJ. And we need to see someone, something on Anthony Joshua's face. See what happens. See if he's got that confidence. See if he's got that bite on the dumb seal moment where he'll just respond despite getting hit. Or will it be once again, he'll crumble like breadcrumbs like he did in the first fight against Andy Ruiz Jr. Because let's be real, we could see a potential shock win for Francis Ngannou. Don't rule it out. Don't rule it out, because it is very interesting now, because we saw it with Fury and Ngannou where they had Fury versus Lucid signed for the 23rd of December, and we saw what happened in Ngannou. A lot of people argue Ngannou should have probably won that fight, should have been given the decision. But Ngannou, the thing with Ngannou was he failed, didn't he? When he knocked Tyson Fury down, that was your moment for me. Yeah, all on Tyson Fury after you knocked him down. And for me, there's still that killer instinct from Ngannou. I mean, it was his professional boxing debut, but at the end of the day, Ngannou, he's been in the UFC, hasn't he? He's been in the UFC MMA where, again, you're meandering punches, aren't you? To try and obviously get the win over your opponent. And I was quite shocked by Francis Ngannou why he didn't, once he knocked Tyson Fury down, why he didn't go for it. Why he didn't go for it for me. Which makes me suspect that it's probably the lack of boxing experience from Francis Ngannou, or there's obviously that Saudi paycheck in his head as well. But for me, Francis Ngannou, as far as I'm concerned, that's still a one-hit wonder. It's still a one-hit wonder in my mind against Tyson Fury. I expect AJ to get the job done in the first half of the fight. I really do. I expect AJ to get it done rounds 3 to 5. I really do, because I'm not trying to disrespect Francis Ngannou, but AJ, same with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury should have beaten Ngannou easily and should have gotten Ngannou out of there. But it was an embarrassing performance from Tyson Fury, let's be real. AJ does not want that either. Because if AJ does the points against Francis Ngannou, for me, I still think it'd be an embarrassing performance from AJ. I'm sorry. he should be beating this fighter. No disrespect to Francis Ngannou, but he's an MMA fighter. He's an MMA fighter. Tyson Fury was underprepared, and he didn't take him down seriously, and he was pissing around Tyson Fury, and he got what he deserved by getting knocked down. Fury dodged the bullet. AJ can't have that. AJ needs to put in a statement performance in the first half. Yeah, he did against Otto Warren, because, well, he needs a knockout. That's what he needs, AJ. He needs a knockout for me. Because there's still questions about this fight. Was the Fury performance from Ngannou a one-off, or wasn't Ngannou actually that good? We'll wait and see. We shall wait and see if that happens. But I expect AJ. I mean, Francis Ngannou, with respect, is basically a pub quiz winner level, isn't he? Boxer, a pub level boxer. Let's be real. Come on now. I would actually give Ngannou more credit if he puts up a good fight in this one against AJ, and potentially get a shock win. Who knows? Then I'll give Ngannou even more credit, because I think we're all in the same situation about Francis Ngannou, saying, well, Tyson Fury was a one-off. Let's see what happens in the next fight against AJ. But if he causes AJ problems, then yeah, I tell you what, it could be the real deal in Ngannou, and it will make me eat my words. But it would be interesting because after that you put Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou's level is basically David Chisora. David Chisora for me. I think that would have been a perfect fight, in my opinion. Because David Chisora for me is a serial user, and I think Francis Ngannou, he's just turned into boxing as well. And David Chisora is basically the gatekeeper for your first fight at heavyweight, in my opinion. That's the perfect first fight you want to have. But in terms of my prediction for this fight, I expect AJ. I just think AJ now is full of confidence. I just think Ben Davison is so perfect for Anthony Joshua now. I really do. I saw it the day of reckoning, especially at the weigh-in as well. Before that Otto Warren fight, I was like, yeah, I tell you what, he lost confidence, AJ. He's got his confidence back. The way he's walking around and his performance he put in his Otto Warren was superb. Let's be real from AJ. But very disappointing from Otto Warren as well. Let's be real. And I expect AJ today done. And I do think Francis Ngannou though will be probably dangerous in terms of first 3 rounds, but first couple of rounds for me. First couple of rounds he'll check each other out. I think AJ, what he'll do, he'll use his bottom move stance to start off with, use his jabs, use a combination to try and wear Francis Ngannou down, try and press Francis Ngannou down. And I think AJ, that's the job done in the 5th round, in my opinion. I think AJ, that's the stoppage in the 5th round against Francis Ngannou. But who knows? Because I tell you what, my final words on this before I do, I wasn't really impressed when this fight got made. I was like, why are we seeing this fight for? Because I was disappointed in AJ. I wanted to see him against a C8 Sam, for example, or even a Joseph Parker. Because both of them fighters can cause problems for AJ. But Francis Ngannou, he can hit. Let's see what. And end of the day, he knocked Tyson Fury down. So I think now, the closer we get to it, I actually think it's quite intriguing. Main event, because we see a lot. We'll see more Francis Ngannou. We see if Francis Ngannou can make it in boxing, and the Tyson Fury wasn't a one-off. What happens to AJ if he gets hit? Will he crumble like breadcrumbs, or will we see the old AJ as we did in Vladimir Klitschko, where he bit on the dumb shield and he countered back on Klitschko in that famous moment for AJ, one of the best moments of his career, boxing career, wasn't it? Against the great Vladimir Klitschko. So it is very intriguing. It is very intriguing, but after nature, that's the job done in the 5th round, in my opinion. But anyways, feel free to leave your predictions down below for the Josh vs Francis down in full card. Feel free to leave your predictions for all 5 fights down below on this main card. And yes, look forward to Knockout Chaos next week, next Friday on the 8th of March. Will it be chaos? Will it be a chaotic boxing card? Who knows? Pardon the pun. Feel free to leave your predictions down below. Take care, stay safe, see you later. Will Joshua get the job done against Francis Ngannou? Or will Francis Ngannou cause yet another shock in the heavyweight division? Feel free to leave your predictions down below.